Welcome to the Jermaine Hall Show. It's another Let's Talk Heavy session, and I got my people with me today.
That right.
How you doing, brother?
Top chef,
sister.
In the building.
I got first lady. Introduce
it.
yourselves, man.
It's the one and only Top Chef QF. You know what it is. It's my wife,
Don
Wallace.
We got Don Juan in this motherfucker, man. First lady, y'all know what's going on. Then I got my brother.
Absolutely.
Top Chef Health. You know what I'm saying? I know when he was just Quintus Wallace, her Coach Jackson. You know what I'm saying? But it's going down, man. Thank y'all so much for joining me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate y'all. This is not company. This is family. You know what I'm saying? So thank y'all so much for joining
Absolutely.
me. I appreciate you 100%. We're just going to get into a couple of things.
First and foremost, let me just put this out here.
Minute.
Before we start on this endeavor, I just want to say I appreciate everything that you're doing. You mean a lot to the community. You mean a lot to everybody who listens and who tunes in to what you're doing. And I just want you to know that you are very much appreciated for what you do and your strides and the moves you're making. You all in your bag, and I expect you to continue to stay that way.
Yes. I ain't no bag. I'm busting out there.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
I just felt that needed to be said before we move on forward.
Hey, listen, I'll never cut you off when you're showing love, man. That's what my platform is about. It's showing love. I actually just learned how to accept it back. I give so much, it was hard for me to get it back. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for that.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you. So I hope the people receive something that they can put, like I always say, just take what we talk about and put another good tool in your bag so that you win and moving past this platform. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to get right into it, man. So we watched the clip. I'm sure you're familiar with it. Young lady was speaking about how young girls are raised versus how young boys are raised. And we all know the dynamics could change in many ways, whether it's a single parent home, a foster home, or a double parent home. It's just some people grow up with no parents because they never got to see them. Parents had to work so much, electronics raised them.
Absolutely.
Right? That's the new era. But for us, back in the day, they just worked so goddamn hard, we ain't care if they was gone. We wanted them gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask a serious question, you know what I'm saying, because I think it's important. When I think about what the young lady was explaining, she was saying women are raised to naturally be respected. Right? Be respected. They're raised on the marriage tip most times. Mm-hmm. A man is supposed to be treat me like this, like that. And then the boys are raised to break their motherfucking back. Break their back to treat a woman right just to get one, right? And Q, I want to start with you, move over to Miss Dawn, and we're going to switch it up on the next question. Q, the question directly to you is, how do you feel about a boy being raised strictly to treat a woman with respect, but never told how you should be treated in a relationship?
Well, I definitely think that
if that's a thing, I'm assuming here. I mean, is that a thing? Let's start with that question. That's important.
I think it's a thing.
Were you ever told how to be treated in a relationship?
Absolutely not.
No?
No.
Okay, so talk to me.
No.
Talk to me.
I think coming up in a single parent home, my mom always taught me to have the utmost respect for females. But
so you don't remember the sit down of this is how a woman is supposed to treat you?
Well, she always taught me the difference between a woman and something other than a woman.
Oh?
A skeezer.
Come on, let's talk.
Scallywag.
Whatever you want to.
If we talking, let's talk.
Whatever you want to choose to call them.
If we talking, let's talk.
They call them skeezers
Man,
in my day.
hoes, bro.
Yeah. They call them certified skeezers.
You know the names.
I did a pod, and this, A good woman ain't gonna take offense to it. If she horn, she gonna be proud of horn. If she not horn, she just gonna say that you don't fit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I never really got into the semantics of names.
Okay.
You know, I used to be a dog, a hoe, whatever you call it. But because I was living it, never felt slighted by you calling me that. Once I got out of there, it took a while for them to see me in a different light. But I was okay with, boy, I remember when you was on and I laughed with them like, yeah. So if somebody takes offense to the name, it's because they still living like that. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like a lot of females these days has that.
Women, they don't even like female no more.
That music mentality, that female music mentality. And we spoke on this, like,
Enlighten.
a lot of female rappers that you hear nowadays, they're talking about getting the bag from a man, they're talking about dogging men, etc.
But they got a whole husband taking care of that husband, doing everything they need for that husband, but putting this music out, teaching younger women not to do any of it.
Damn, I hate I gotta do it to y'all. I gotta do it every part. That's a cap.
You think so?
You think so?
Draw us back to Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown.
No.
No,
We're not talking about
wait. Let me finish. All the shit y'all hearing today, we was doing in the 90s too.
Yeah. Of course.
They did it too, so don't.
But
I'm saying, don't act
Little
like it's
Kim
new.
wasn't married.
Lil'
She
Kim
wasn't in a
was-
relationship.
You're saying
Everything
they feeding them shit that they ain't
That
living.
they're not
ain't
doing.
living.
But that's
Okay,
been going on
let's
since the
draw
beginning
back.
of the time.
I
Let's
was gonna
not
I was
dispute that. Let's not dispute that.
I was just gonna say, are we saying that we haven't seen this before? That's what I'm asking.
I guess it just
I
amazes
understand
me.
it gets a little worse because we older.
Yeah.
We older now.
Yeah.
It gets a little worse.
Maybe
For us.
we didn't realize how much the
Of course
music
we did.
really influenced.
How old
everything.
were we? How old were we?
Well, when
13,
12,
14,
13.
right.
Luke
Yeah.
Skywalker was
Yeah.
talking about what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was talking about
And
what?
we was younger then.
You
when
see what I'm
Luke
saying?
was-
Right.
Yeah.
And we was even younger then.
We was younger
right?
than Luke. Yeah.
So the reason I say that is to say hip hop ain't just start poisoning our people.
Mm-hmm.
And by poison, I mean, I understand they got a job to do. But when do we get the balance of speaking to us in a manner of, okay, that was just entertainment? Because an artist can easily tell you, man, this is entertainment. This ain't my life.
Right.
This is what sells.
Right.
I got a job to do. Just like us, we go to our job and we turn that shit off when we clock out, right?
Absolutely.
Most people will say start at home if you got kids. If
Right.
you grew up bad,
Right.
you should be living better than you grew up
Right.
for your kids, right?
Right.
So that's why I call cap, because I'm like, come on now. Y'all gotta see that the music didn't just start doing this. Ice Cube, one of the dopest rappers, Scarface, one of the dopest rappers to me. Then when we get to naming women, Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, the other ladies, MC Light, all the. But they talked about the solicitation of sex for a very long time. Even in R&B. Come on. Don't
So with that being said, that goes
never
back.
be quiet.
Let's go back to the question that you're answering, that you're asking.
Come on.
Girls are raised up to submit to one man, be in a relationship with one man, marry that one man, have babies with that one man, and live happily ever after. Correct?
They're raised for the relationship, is what I was saying. We're not. We're raised to provide,
For a family.
right?
Not only ourselves.
But we're not raised. I said, I don't believe we were raised to. The easy way to say it is we weren't raised to know what to accept in a relationship and what to denounce. I don't think we have the standard of what should go on in a relationship. That girl can't talk to you like that. That girl shouldn't be able to fuck with whoever she fucking with, then come back to you. You know, it was all bury your emotions and man up, right? What you crying about? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but men are taught to suffer in silence anyway.
A lot of different ways. I agree.
You know?
So I'm asking, how does that make you feel? And then we're going to move to Miss Dawn because I want to know exactly what a woman thinks.
I mean, from a husband's perspective, I hear a lot, happy wife, happy life. Which I don't agree with.
Mm.
I just like to add to that if she's happy and I'm making her happy and that's not being reciprocated, how's that going to make me feel?
Moving forward, Ms. Dawn.
Yes.
What does this statement do to you? What comes to mind?
I feel
Start with happy life, happy wife.
Happy life, happy wife means your husband's happy too. If his wife is, if that wife's happy, that's how I feel.
He happy too.
He should be happy.
So
if I'm happy, not complaining, making sure everything's good in the house, making sure he's good, he's happy. He should be happy. But like he said, men was taught not to show their feelings. So how do I know when he's unhappy? How do you know when a man's unhappy, especially if he's not okay with expressing it because he's worried about us thinking they're less than a man because they're telling us something bad that they're feeling negative about or they're upset about. So, I mean...
Even a cheating man?
Even a cheating man.
Mm.
It's hard for a cheating man to come to a woman that he knows that's strong, takes care of him, loves him to his dirty draws, but hey, he slipped up. Like, how does he explain that to that woman?
So you believe in work in the relationship?
Yeah.
You believe in
that's a 24-hour job. You go do a 9 to 5, and then you still have to do another job when you come home.
We always talk about that. Like, just as hard as you go at work, I need you to go just as hard for this marriage.
Yeah.
It's tiring, too.
It ain't easy. It's never been easy.
It's a word.
I like that. Y'all just got to be for each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
That.
I want my partner. I'm ready to work.
Like, I feel like I have to be dependent on her just as much as she have to be dependent on me. And even if I'm not expressing myself, I need you to know I'm not in the moment I need to be. I'm weak right now. I'm vulnerable right now. I need your support. I need your comfort. I need all of that.
I'm glad you said that. Just as much as you depend on her, she depends on you. I like that.
Of course.
The vulnerable space. I talked about this before, where women would admit that they want a man to open up to them, but men are so afraid to do so because it's been thrown in their face.
I think that's the main thing.
That's what's
that men have experienced trying to be vulnerable, trying to be open, trying to be honest, and it was held against them.
But then that also where a man need to realize, hey, that I wasn't messing with a woman at that time. Like, that was, I thought it was a woman, but now I'm with a woman that actually wants to know how I'm feeling. How was my day? What made me mad? What made me happy? Go back and think about that woman that you were so scared to tell that to. Was she asking you them questions?
Absolutely not.
Was she getting on your nerves asking, babe, you all right? How was your day? You know, those little things is what makes a man think like, oh, she do care. We're not talking, but she passed by real slick. Hey, how was work today? That woman that you were scared to tell that to, you can't even remember one day that she asked you that on one of your worst days.
But when you're out here looking,
you got you one, Q,
and you searching, and you in these streets, you don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know who to trust.
Because your mind is not on That's
So
the one.
I can't give
That's the
her. I
one.
can't give her too much.
Well,
Because then I'm overbearing her.
let me ask this.
I can't give her too little because it ain't enough.
Mm.
So you got
It
to
ain't
balance
enough
that
to
out.
No,
Well,
you ain't got
I'ma
to
tell
balance it out.
I'ma tell
You got to figure out if that's the one you want to be with, because a woman that you want to be with, you ain't never got to balance out how you feel and how much time you want to spend with that person.
But how many of us, men and women, search and search the four corners of the world to find that one?
That's our problem. We're searching all over
And
the
how
world for it.
and how much damage
Okay, boss.
do we get in the process of finding it?